you so much for tuning in. We will be getting started promptly at 1:30. Just want to leave you the slide a little bit early to prevent any tech issues today. Yes. Hey, guys, thank you so much for joining me on Facebook. Drop a 1 in the comments if you guys can hear me everywhere. Drop a 1 in the comments if you guys can hear me everywhere. Hello on Instagram. Drop a 1 in the comments if y'all can hear me. Let me flip my camera on Instagram really quick, Facebook. I'm here. Let me flip my camera really quick, though. Oh, I see all those ones rolling through. Oh, there we go. There's the camera flip. All right, y'all. Hey. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are live on Facebook. We are live on Instagram. We are ready for day 4, y'all. Day 4 of How It's Done Money Making Messages edition. Drop a number in the comments, y'all. Drop a number in the comments and let me know which day you guys have enjoyed the most. 1, 2, or 3. Drop a number in the comments and let me know which day you guys have enjoyed the most. And I'm going to hit y'all with some applause. Because I appreciate y'all for showing up. I appreciate y'all so much for showing up and being here today. We're going to get this thing started. So let me get my slides going on Instagram. All right, y'all. I'm going to, let me see. All right, Instagram got some special stuff going on here. So I'm going to minimize that so you guys can see the slide. Let me get the slides going on Facebook, and we about to dig into today's content. All right, y'all, let me know. Drop a 2 in the comments on Facebook if you guys can see my screen. Drop a 2 on the comments on Instagram. Let me know if you guys can see. It should say enticing emails that sell. Enticing emails that sell. All right. Everybody up where they need to be. Everybody up where they need to be. Everybody up where they need to be. All right. I see those 2s rolling in. So thank y'all. Everybody is up where they need to be. All right. So we're going to get into the content today. So we're here for enticing emails that sell. For those of you who do not know me, I'm April Beverly, the $1 Million Word Stylist. Entrepreneurs and small business owners turn to me and my team when they want to transform their dull, boring words into spine-tingling sentences that propel folks without those credit cards and smack those buy buttons. And we are here for day 4 of How It's Done. How It's Done Money Making Messages edition. Let me see. We had some comments. All right, so y'all are all set. Let me move the screen over just a little bit. Make sure everybody can see. All right, y'all. So we're about to get this thing started. Just a few housekeeping things. Save your questions. So on Instagram, you can drop your questions in the question box. On Facebook, you guys can drop your questions in the comments, and I'll make sure that we come back and take a look at those at the end, towards the end of the broadcast today. All right, so we'll do that. And then also, I got a tip for y'all, okay? Because I put everything away because I had my ladies in here cleaning, but I want y'all to follow Fit and Female underscore on Instagram. Fit, FITANDFEMALE underscore. Y'all, I got these workout pants on. Baby, I feel like I done slipped into some clouds, okay? They are the most comfortable, y'all. I'm not even joking. Like, they are the most comfortable pants I have had on in my life. I don't know what my mama put on me when I was a baby. So I can't speak for that. But in my grown adult life, baby, I put these things on. For one, I held them up and I was like, oh, I don't know if these gonna fit this body. I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if they gonna stretch how they need to, but woo! I got them on and they are like super duper 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 soft, y'all. So it's our girl Tiffany. Yes, thank y'all so much. Fit and female underscore. Go hit her up. If you like to feel comfortable in your workout clothes, y'all, I'm not an affiliate. I'm not getting paid to tell y'all about her. I just like to share good quality people. She is a black business owner. Yes, come through, girl, come through. I got my delivery on time. I ain't had no problems. And when I put these babies on today, y'all, I might just go take a nap after today because I feel so comfy cozy. Okay. All right, y'all. So I had to share the word on that. I had to make sure I share the word on that. So thank y'all so much for dropping that in the chat on Instagram. Make sure y'all go hit her up. Like for real, for real. Like no, like I'm not trying to cap or nothing, y'all. These are incredible. And I don't talk about a lot of people again. So if I'm telling y'all about it, real talk. Go hit her up. All right, let's get into these enticing emails. Yes, go hit her up, Dr. Denise, like for real. And I know, like, you work out a lot. These is the softest. Like, I wish I could like give you a screenshot of me feeling them. They are the softest freaking pants I have worn in forever ever. All right, let's get into it, y'all. Enticing emails that sell. So, what you guys are seeing on your screen right now on Facebook and on Instagram is a very high level outline of all the things that your email should include. All right. So, it should include an intriguing subject line. Oh, shoot. It should include a personable greeting, fit and female underscore. Y'all, can y'all drop her IG handle for me again in the comments? Personable greeting, eyeball grabbing opener, compelling story, call to action, personal sign off. All right. So let's start from the top, and then I'm going to give you guys some examples how we did yesterday. So the intriguing subject line. So in your subject line, you can ask a question, you can make a statement, you can spark curiosity, you can spark intrigue. But what you don't want to do is give away everything in the subject line. Okay, the subject line sells the open. Okay, each part of your email should do its job very well. The subject line sells the open. And so what that means is your subject line, it should only work hard enough to get people to open the email. Okay? It shouldn't be trying to sell, it shouldn't be trying to teach, it shouldn't be trying to do none of that. It literally should only sell the open. Get people to open the actual email. All right? And then we're going to personable greeting. The job of the personable greeting is to make sure that you build that relatability out the gate. That's it. Build relatability out the gate. Hey, hey, hey on Facebook. Thank y'all so much for dropping in. All right. The next part of the email, eyeball grabbing opener. Eyeball grabbing opener. All right. So your eyeball grabbing opener is going to pull the reader in. Pull the reader in and encourage them to continue reading your email. It's going to go get them. It's going to pull into the screen and say, come on, I got something to tell you. All right. So this eyeball grabbing opener, it has to be like heavy hitting. It has to be a hard hitting statement. It has to be a mind blowing question. It has to be something that's going to make your reader be like, is she talking to me? Or should I go ahead and keep reading this? Okay. Next up, compelling story. Compelling story. Y'all, I hope this is not too light. I wanted to use my outside lights. I didn't turn on my little video situation today, so I'm just using the light from the outside. The next piece of an enticing email is the compelling story. So the job of this story is to connect with the reader and let them know that you understand what they're going through. Okay? Thank you, Dr. Denise. The next piece, thank y'all. So the next piece, compelling story, is to connect with the reader and let them know you know what they're going through. Like it's almost as if you on the phone with that good girlfriend and she like, girl, let me tell you what happened to me. And you like, really? Girl, that same thing happened to me last week. You're not monopolizing the conversation. You're just letting her know that you understand what she's going through because you was there too. Okay? And then you have your call to action. Now, we don't do wimpy call to actions around here. What is wimpy? Wimpy is, can you please click here just in case you might want to get some help? We don't do those, okay? Wimpy calls to action, they lack confidence, and when you lack confidence, you're not gonna get nobody to do nothing for you. Okay? And that's just the bottom line. You're not gonna get nobody to do nothing for you when you lack confidence. So you want to be direct, straightforward, and to the point with your call to action. Click here to get the solution you want. Click here to generate the revenue you've been dreaming of, or whatever the case may be. Be very direct and specific. Let people know what they're about to get into. All right? Personal sign off. Here's a little tidbit about the personal sign off that I bet y'all didn't even I bet y'all didn't even think about. So, if you are booking a call or your call to action is that you want somebody to book a call with you or show up to some type of meeting or something along those lines, here's a little tidbit to make the reader know that you got the confidence they need to push that thing forward. So let's say you are a consultant and your call to action is to book a free strategy call, right? Your personal sign off should be talk soon, comma, in your, your name and your title and your info, right? Now, why am I saying talk soon? You don't really know if they're going to book a call. Saying talk soon is just a little tip of confidence that shows that reader, I know you're going to book a call with me because I have told you that I can help you overcome your solution. So talk soon, and then they look at it from a psychological perspective. They probably don't even realize that they're doing it like, I guess we will talk soon. So you want to make sure that if you're getting someone to book a call or something along those lines, that you end it with talk soon and your info, okay? If you're getting them to come to a master class or something along those lines, see you soon. Like you still in the deal on that thing. I'm going to see you soon on this Zoom call or I'm going to talk soon to you because you about to book a call. I already know. Confidence sales, y'all. So that's just a little way you can let your audience know that you have the confidence they need to push them forward. Okay? And then the PS is optional. The PS is optional. Not every email needs a PS. Okay? PSs is just to remind the people what they're about to miss out on, remind the people what you're doing. Sometimes I'll even use a PS to make sure people still read and say, there ain't really nothing here. I just want you to know that youdabomb.com. I'm not sending you any more emails about this offer today. If you want it, you can get it here. Or sometimes I may not even add a link. I just may say, hey, nothing to see here. Just want you to know that I think you're awesome. And when you work with me, I'm going to show you just how awesome you are. Something like that. But then there's no link in the PS. So I play around with PSs, but the PS is to just reiterate what you've already spoken about. Okay? Y'all notes, I am loving y'all's notes. Y'all, she was like, secure the bag with talk soon and see you soon. I love it. Y'all note taking on Instagram is thevibe.com. Like for real, for real. All right, let's move to the next slide. Let me move to the next slide on my screen, and then I'll move to the next slide on Instagram. All right, y'all. Now we're ready to get into Tony's sample email. Where's that? What's the title? That's not it. There we go. All right, we have Tony's sample email up now. The subject line should be, are you where you want to be? Now, I didn't know a whole lot about Tony's audience. She filled out a very brief questionnaire for us, and it doesn't ask even half the questions. Yes, listen, y'all ain't got to come through and ask me, does this work for physical products? I'm about to give y'all a physical product sample. Every day I've been giving y'all physical product samples. Y'all know I love y'all physical product people. I got y'all. E-commerce people, I got y'all covered. Trust and believe. Your girl got you. You're sitting slinging sister got you covered. I got you. All right, back to the email. So enticing emails that sell, we're going to do a sample from Tony. And Tony, as if y'all just joining me, Tony Brown is our content model. So I've been using her business all week long to display how to put these frameworks I'm telling you guys about in action. All right. And what I'm doing is I'm not even using a year of my copywriting experience. I am using like very basic and very straightforward ways of writing so y'all can easily replicate this, okay? Because I could have went all in on this email, but I wanted you guys to see how an email that sells doesn't have to be complex, okay? Now let's get this thing started. So, are you where you want to be? That's our intriguing subject line. It's a question. Remember, I said it can be a question or an intriguing statement. We went with the question here. Are you where you want to be? Okay. So, if they're like, am I? I don't know. Okay. So, it's going to encourage them to open the email because they want to know what you're trying to say. All right. Personable greeting. Hey, first name. That could be hey, hi, what up, how you doing, whatever. But you want to try to use their name. Now, if you have an email list where you do not use that person's name, because I don't really use people's names in my email because I only collect email addresses. So I may say, hey, or what up, or happy Friday. That's still being personable because these are ways that I talk without using their name. So if you don't collect the first name, don't worry. Just say, hey, exclamation point, what up, or however you would greet someone. Hello, however you would greet someone. Okay? So her eyeball grabbing opener and compelling statement. Well, let's go to the eyeball grabbing opener first. So the eyeball grabbing opener. What are your thoughts on the second subject line option? I don't really use the second subject line option, but for those of you who do use the second subject line option, I believe you're talking about like the little subhead that goes under the subject line. Hopefully that's what you're talking about. So I don't really use that option, but what it is supposed to be like a teaser part, like a teasing summary of what you're going to talk about inside the email. So for like a subject line, like a subheading of your subject line, I would use like the first line of text. Or for that one, I would use, look, you're smart. I mean, really smart. And that would be my preview. That's it. All right. So back to this one. Eyeball grabbing opener. Okay. This is the opener coming. Look, you're smart. I mean, really smart. And you have the experience, academic background, accolades, and client results to prove it. Only problem is, so that's the eyeball grabbing opener. See how that pulls the person in? See how it pulls the person in, and then it shoots to the problem. Okay? Now we're going into the compelling story. You're burnt out. You see, your experience, academic background, and accolades are what have clients racing to work with you. But it's also what has you locked up in your office 14 to 15 hours a day on private coaching and consulting calls. And that's not what you signed up for when you decided to launch your coaching or consulting business. Listen, I understand, and I want you to know you're not alone. Yes, to get the presentation and the slides, you can go to moneymoves.co. That's moneymoves.co. And if you get an error message, make sure you guys put in the HTTP : / okay? All right, so we talked about the intriguing subject line, personal greeting, eyeball grabbing opener, compelling story. Now, this is going to take us over to 2 slides because Tony's email is a little longer because she's selling services. All right, let me find the second slide for you guys. All right, it's up on Instagram. I'm sorry, it's up on Facebook. Let me grab the second one. All right, second part of the email is up. This is just one long email, y'all, but I had to break it up into 2 slides. All right, so the rest of her compelling story carries on. But you know what is sustainable? Packaging up your genius into an online course you can sell to multiple ambitious goal seekers at one time. That way you can hit and even surpass your revenue goals, all without sacrificing your family, your sanity, or your self-care. Now, you've done the work to get to where you are today, so let me show you how to create a course that gets you exactly to where you've dreamed of being. Get started here. Now we're moving into the call to action. Get started here. Link to the free consultation, personal sign off, talk soon, put in your information. The PS is optional. We went with no PS here. All right. Does everybody see that? Does everybody see that? Drop a yes in the comments if y'all felt like this email was enticing. Drop a yes in the comments and let me know if you guys felt like this email was enticing. I love it. Thank y'all. I see those yeses flowing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is water in my red cup, y'all. I do red cups because they're great for branding. Nothing but water in them, okay? Yes, 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 yes. I see the yeses flowing. All right. So now we're ready to get into our product, folks. Drop product if you guys sell a tangible product, something you can hold in your hand. Drop product in the comments if you guys, yes, simple, direct. I love it. Drop product in the comments if you guys sell product, something you can tangibly hold in your hand. Okay. And then we're going to get into this product email. Now I went with, because I say red cups are great for branding because my brand is red, like red and orange. And so it's an easy way for me to drink water and still go with my color scheme. My color scheme, not red cups. I want y'all running out saying we got to get red cups because April said they're great for branding. I'm just talking about for me and my red theme, y'all. That's it. I have this incredible glass, but I'm not using that until we have another special event. Yes, my favorite color too. But everybody think like something else is in a red cup, so I got to tell y'all it's only water in there. All right, so let's get into the product email. Did I put that up? Let me put that up for you guys on Instagram. Is that the one? Yep, this is the one. All right, so you guys see the product email on Instagram. You guys see it on Facebook. Now we went with something a little shorter, something a little easier for you guys to be able to wrap your heads around. For products though, we also do series emails to where it rolls from one email to the next email to the next email to the next email. So for example, let's say that you have a Facebook ad and someone gets a 10% coupon or whatever on your Facebook ad, but then they don't necessarily buy, but you have their email address. You can send them through a sequence of emails at that point. But for today's purposes, we want to give you guys something short and sweet that you could replicate on your own. All right. So subject line. This is for my apparel people, my jewelry people, y'all people. So subject line is you'd rock the mess out of this. Look, like would that make you open the email? If you had a subject line to say you'd rock the mess out of this, would that make you open that email? All right. Intriguing subject line. So personable greeting. Hey girl, hey. Simply because we already know that this audience is all women. If it's not women, please don't write hey girl, hey. Just write hey. Okay? Hi, hello, whatever. All right? When you're selling products, I see y'all. When you're selling products, you want to be excited. You want to be excited because you want your reader to be excited. Okay? This particular email is selling jewelry and accessories. All right. So here comes your eyeball grabbing opener. Oh my God, we just added some new pieces to the collection. And if you're the fly girl I think you are, you're going to rock the mess out of these pieces. That's it. Pulling them in. Girl, what you got? Like, that's what the reader's thinking. Oh, what you got for me? Okay. So the next part of, so as we do the compelling story, how we flip the compelling story piece of the framework is that here we're going to outline some of the new pieces that we think this individual is going to like. So we're going to just literally just run them down. Step inside the store now and check out what my team just dropped in the new section. So if you're someone who has like new things or whatever, you can put them here. Now, this particular person had like a store with like pages on it, pages and pages and pages of accessories. If you don't have that, then you would just list the name of what's in there. So for example, let's say you sell a journal and it's called the Faith Journal, and you got teas, the Give Me What I Want t-shirt, and you just had a pillow that was added, the fluffy pillow or whatever the case may be, you can drop the names of the new items, okay? And you can tweak it to just be one, but as for example purposes today, she has several things that she had that were coming new. Okay? We're moving into the call to action now. We have so many new pieces to choose from. You got to grab your coupon code, whatever coupon code that they received, or if you didn't give them one, that's fine too, and go check them out for yourself. Insert the store link. See you inside the store. Y'all, that's it. And then the PS here, remember I told you that the PS just reiterates what was already addressed. So PS, remember your exclusive coupon code gives you 10% off your purchase, and it expires today. And it expires in 48 hours, or whatever the case may be. Do y'all see how straightforward and easy that was? Now let me see. Drop a 3 in the comments. Drop a 3 in the comments. Drop a 3 in the comments if y'all felt like this email was enticing. And I wanted to share this one with you guys because I feel like it was something that you would easily be able to replicate. For a journal, instead of the item list, I see those 3s flowing. Love, I'm going to come back to your question because how Instagram sets this up now, it's really weird. Like I can only see like a piece of the it does it really weird with the comments now. Like they used to just scroll over the screen. Let me see. And girl, I don't want to touch nothing because I don't want y'all to lose connection in the middle of the good stuff. So I'm gonna come back to your question. I got these nails and I'll be to hit the wrong thing and disconnected us all. All right, so let me see. All right, y'all. That is the last slide. If you're selling classes, can you use this? So if you're selling classes, what your bulleted list is going to be the benefits of coming to the class, like bullets of what you're going to teach. All right, let me come back to the comments now. Facebook, you can go ahead and start dropping your questions. For a journal, instead of item list, can we list benefits of the journal and how it helps? Yes, that's what I just answered about the class. So yep, you guys are right on pace, right on track. Yes, there's a question box. Yeah, I started out by telling you guys you can put your questions in the question box. All right, I'm going to the question box on Instagram first, and then I'm going to hop over to Facebook. How do you catch the previous days of this series? Good question. So you can go to moneymoves.co. That's moneymoves.co. Make sure you put in the HTTP : and all that good stuff so it doesn't give you like an error message. But moneymoves.co, and we are packaging up all the videos. We're packaging up all the videos, and you guys are able to get them absolutely free. I'm not charging you for that. But they won't be available till like October 26th. So my team can go in and edit and package them up together very nicely for you guys. So that's what we're doing. All right, y'all. So I'm not going to be able to talk about every possible scenario today, but weight loss products, you guys can use this type of email as well. If you're selling an ebook, then you can use this type of email, but your bullets are going to be focused on key topics or key benefits that you're going to be covering inside the ebook. All right, let me hop over to my Facebook comments. Yay, Sharika, thank you, love. Do y'all have any questions on Facebook? For product based emails, do you suggest adding pictures of new items or would that clutter the email? That would definitely clutter the email. And remember, you want them to be enticed to go to the store. So adding pictures may deter them from going to the store. You want to click to the store. So add just the name. Don't give too much of a description because remember, the job of the email is to sell the click to your store. Yeah, no, it's not really an HTTP issue. I think it was someone's issue earlier, so I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew where they should go. Girl, I got a full web developer, but thank you. I appreciate you, but we got this thing handled, but thank you. I always wanted to know how to put emails together. Awesome. All right. Any for consulting services, we just add the benefits for that particular market. Yes. So there was actually an email earlier, Jensine. I'm not sure if did you come at the beginning because we showcased an actual consulting email earlier. So you can catch the replay. It'll still actually be up on Facebook later today. So we actually did a sample consulting email. The story we use is a personal story or a made up relatable story. So the story you use is going to be a personal story. I wouldn't say made up relatable story, but if you have a target audience story, then you can create a target audience story. I'm not going to say made up because that kind of makes it seem like it's not like for real. But if you have a story that's highlighting someone in your target audience, so for example, let's say that you've named your client avatar Keisha, right? And then you go through all the things that Keisha is experiencing because you map those things out. You would put Keisha in quotation marks and then detail what she's going through and say something like, "Are you going through the same thing that Keisha's going through?" Make sure you put in quotation marks to let them know that Keisha like is an idea versus a real person, and then you can go into the rest of it. I'm coming back to the question box. All right. So no product pics or depends. I would not put product pics inside the email. If you have like if you have like so for example, let's say you're doing like a Christmas box or something. If you want to show the outer side of the package or something along those lines, but don't give too much in the email because you want people to click. So if you have something pretty like that's packaged up, show the outside of the box and say, "Come on over to the store so you can see what's inside." All right, how long or short should the email be to keep their attention but still have a good email? I don't think that people should go to a word count for an email, although there are some guidelines, but I want you guys to focus more on following the framework versus being like, "Oh, shoot, I didn't hit 201 words. April said 200 words. Let me stop." So I think that's more important to make sure you write in a way that addresses each part of the email framework versus trying to write for a word count. All right. And so, with that being said, about 200 or 400 words is typically a good word count for an email. For my services folks who are selling courses and things of that nature, your emails may go a little bit longer simply because the emotion behind buying something intangible goes a little more deep. I struggle with subject lines for my journal. It's called "Hey Girl, Healed, Tired of Being the Bag Lady." I like that subject line. I suggest that people test out subject lines because it's hard for me to just be like, okay, that's going to definitely work. Because a subject line, getting people to open it depends on your audience. So, tired of being the bag lady is a good subject line. One of the things that gets people to open subject lines a lot is the word "you." So, you can switch that to, "Are you tired of being the bag lady?" Are you a bag lady? And then to get them open it, they're like, "Well, what the heck is a bag lady?" So you can try those types of variations as well. Is there a time when you should do long form email storytelling versus short form, quick and simple? I think that it definitely depends on your audience. Long form emails are typically going to be for my services folks. Short form emails are typically going to be for my product folks. However, it again depends on what you're selling and who your audience is. There's some people who are going to be able to withstand more of a long form email. For example, I used to work for a tech company. We sold software. And so those emails that I would send out were middle of the range, probably about 350 to 400 words. Now, the emails that I send out for my own brand, they can go up to 500 words because I'm telling an actual emotional story. And I get emails from people saying that I read every single word of your email. Like, I love your emails. I love getting them. I don't think they're too long. So you're going to have to look at your audience and see what they prefer to read. Now, I'm going to preface that with this. Everybody's going to tell you they don't like to read long emails, okay? Very few people read an email from start to finish. Like, people are going to bounce around the page and then they may go back up and start reading it word for word if they see that it's intriguing, relatable, and speaking to them. So all those people who say they hate reading long emails, they're either one they are either one not there to buy, or two, they just want something to complain about. Nobody opens an email and be like, dang, this thing got about 600 words in it. I'm not reading this today. But they will open the email if it's like chunk too tight, or the paragraphs are like too chunky or something like that. Be like, whoo, this is like a lot. So you have to make sure that you're chunking it out, spacing out the paragraphs appropriately. But again, nobody looks at emails and says, this got about 600 words. Yeah, Doria, a lot of people are going to say that. I don't read the long emails. A lot of people are going to say that. But if you are a buyer, you're going to read to get the information that you need to be able to move forward. Can we use this for coaching as well? Yes, I actually just did a coaching sample. She is a coach to help people create courses. So I did a sample for that earlier in the broadcast. How do you catch the previous days? Moneymoves.co. That's moneymoves.co. Moneymoves.co. How do you apply this with an ebook? Digital products. You can work between both of the product sample and the services sample that I showed earlier. Dory says, I read the first sentence of each paragraph to get the main gist. Exactly. She's one of those ones who bounce around the page. Very good questions, y'all. How do you talk to the psychographic versus demographic when writing? So the demographic are the actual things that you can see about people, the psychographic. So you want to talk about those emotions. You should know the emotions behind your audience for buying. If you don't know, I talked about this yesterday. You can go read some reviews to get like some real life examples of how people are feeling in that particular specific space. You mentioned a T chart yesterday. How do we use it to improve our writing? So the T chart that I talked about yesterday, I was talking about writing down some emotions that tie to your features and benefits. So a T chart would be, there's several types of T charts you can create. Like I usually tell people to do a T chart with features on one side, tying them to benefits to the other side. But what you can also do is once you do that, then you create another T chart that has benefits on one side, tying them to the emotions on the other side. What are the emotions that gets people to want these actual benefits? What are they experiencing? What are they specifically struggling with? You need to know at least 5 to 7 sentences about what your audience is struggling with from an emotional perspective. Okay? How do you feel about digital service product combo emails? I think that in one email, you should sell one thing. Unless you have a PS that says, oh, by the way, you can also check out yada, 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 yada. But I think the body of the email needs to stick to selling one thing. That's just my personal preference. I think that when you get to a point where you're trying to sell too many things in an email, you end up not selling anything. So, Veronica, you can kind of use this product sample that we shared today. Again, I'm not going to be able to go through every possible type of email scenario, but you guys can use what we have shown today as some guides. Yeah, so Natasha, Natasha says, for those of us that aren't copy gurus, are there any resources to help with intriguing verbiage? You can grab my book, shotsfired.co, shotsfired.co. But the most intriguing verbiage are going to be your own words, tying them to the emotion that your audience is experiencing. Thank you, Denise. You're welcome. Tying to the emotions that your audience is experiencing. If you're having trouble putting those emotions into words, go think about your zone of genius and go to Amazon and check out some of their book reviews in your same area and see how people are describing their emotions. Yeah, so even if they complement each other, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the actual email itself should sell one thing, and then if you have a digital service or a product combo, now if it's like a bundle, that's different. You're selling the bundle, that's the one thing. But if you're selling an online service, that email should focus on the online service, and then if you have a complementary product, then your PS can say, "Oh, by the way, I told you about the digital service, but I also have this product such and such. You should go check it out here." Thank you. All right, y'all. Did I get all? Woo, Lord Jesus! Every time I go to the question box, y'all fill it back up. All right. She says, any reason why people are using .co instead of .com now? Does that make a difference? No, I actually just picked the domain that was available to me, and then I started liking .co, so I just did it. I don't know if there's a rhyme or reason behind it, girl. I just do words, but it felt good to me, so I picked it. But I do have some .coms, like my stylemywords.co. That's actually my pretty link, but my actual website is .com. Is there a certain font size? Yeah, so people can read it. I would definitely recommend you don't go any lower than 12 to 14 font size for your emails. If I'm selling a service, should I include my prices for people who want to know more about my business? Are you talking about in an email? Because remember, y'all, don't try to stuff too much information in the email. The email's job is to do what? Let me see if y'all was listening. What is the email's job? Yes, y'all look, y'all know I like my E40. How does this differ from mobile text marketing verbiage, or does it differ? Oh, yes, girl. I could do a whole class on mobile texting. Mobile texting is different because emails, for one, are going to be a lot longer. Mobile texting, there's two sides of mobile texting I'm not going to go into today. But one side is that personal relatability, like, oh my God, I'm actually texting this person who I see as a mentor, this person who I see as a resource, versus let me use texting for marketing only. So there's two sides of the coin. I have found that the relatability angle works a lot better for service professionals. That's just from my personal experience. So that's it. Get a click. Yes, the job of the email is to get a click. Get a click. So if y'all trying to stuff so much information in the email, why am I going to click? Why am I going to click if you got everything in the email? I don't have no reason to click. So if you put in the email, this program is $1,997, and I'm like, I ain't got $1,997. I'm not clicking. But when they click, they would get the benefits and all the information that you've included in your sales page to let them know that 1997 that you're charging is way underpriced based on the return that they're going to get. See how that varies. Like, so if you try to stuff everything right in the email, you're gonna make the email overwork itself, and that may be to your disadvantage. Exactly. Six Figure Hustle said yes, and they may try to come up with it because they like, I need this. Let me try to figure out how to make this happen. But if you just put the price in the email, now they got sticker shot. I can't pay no $2,000 for this. I'm not even clicking. Y'all asking some great questions. What time is it? Ooh, it's 2:14. I'm not saying don't put the email in. I'm not saying don't put the price in the email, because there's certain scenarios where you would put the price in the email. So, for example, let's say you have a digital product that you're offering for $47 versus $497. That's not gonna make people make life decisions on what they're purchasing, right? So you have to use your own judgment, because there's no one answer to whether I should put the price in the email or not. But if you think people are going to have to make a life decision make a life decision about purchasing your product or your service, make them go to the sales page. If you have a long form sales page or a sales page that explains more detail than you've provided in the email, that's going to sell the value of what you're offering, make them click the link, right? And so when we have situations where we're offering something for a discount, $47 or so versus $4.97, I'm just using that as an example, right? Then that sells the click. They like, oh my God, I got to get over here right now because this is about to end for me and I got to get it at this price. But I would pay $2,000 if I could make $30,000 within the year. Exactly. And you'll know that when you click to the sales page. But if you set it up in that email without giving that background, and you shouldn't give all the background in the email because now you're making the email overwork itself, then a lot of people are going to see the price and be like, that's a lot. Or, whatever a lot is to your audience. What type of story content should not go in these emails? That's a funny question, right? Because one, it depends on your audience, right? Two is you want to make sure that you are doing a few things, that you're engaging, that you're entertaining, and that you're educating, right? So, and another thing is motivating. So if you're the type of person who you're telling a story that doesn't lead anywhere, that's type of story content that should not go into an email. Because what we're talking about today are sales emails. If you're just sending out random emails to your audience, that's cool, but that's not what I teach on. I teach on taking an action in an email. That means getting them to do something, to smack the buy button or to engage with you further. So if you're just sending out random stories that don't lead anywhere, if you're sending out stories that don't link to what it is that you do, that ain't a good story. I do have specific story types that are great for sales. I'm not going to get into those today, y'all, because we already been on here since until almost an hour. But there are specific story types that are going to be great for emails, but it's hard for me to tell you what type of story content should not go in these emails besides the obvious ones that I just said. Woo, y'all must be really interested in this email game for real. All right, so before I get out of here, y'all know I need that feedback. Drop in the comments on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the highest, how much you enjoyed day 4 of How It's Done Money Making Messages edition. And for those who are just tuning in, I'm your girl, April Beverly, the $1 Million Word Stylist. Entrepreneurs and small business owners turn to me and my team when they want to transform their dull, boring words into spine-tingling sentences that propel folks without those credit cards and smack the buy buttons. You can invest in our services at stylemywords.co. That's stylemywords.co. If you want to get the replay from today and all the lessons from this week, you can hit us up at moneymoves.co. That's moneymoves.co. I see them 5s rolling in. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for dropping in. Yes, feeling empowered to fix the emails. I love it. She said, yes, you just better. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. If there are no more questions, I'm going to be out. I'm going to go ahead and play our outro. So that way, if there's a few more questions that roll in, I can see them. Thank you guys so much for dropping those links. I appreciate you. All right, so let me get this outro going. And then if you guys have questions, then I'll sit on for a few more minutes to catch those.
If you have a product that you want to sell, want to present it with high quality, no, we won't fail. We'll help you sell. Send your product to